Hello, and welcome to another one of these. So, this time I'm going to be starting with the World War I, World War II nations in this. Basically, this is starting off... Basically, they're at the top of the list, so starting off with the British this time. Basically, they are the same... Well, the UK are essentially the same as the English. Obviously, same country, I would hope so. Basically, they function pretty much the same. They, looks like all three of the countries actually end up being England this time. They're effectively balanced all around, and pretty much are just good if you want to use, I guess you could say, real-world strategies rather than crap that wouldn't actually work, like, for example, spamming only flamethrowers in the case of the French. Kind of be stupid if somebody tried that in real life. Anyway, so yeah, everything works the same. Their buildings build themselves. They pretty much only need wood. Their spike traps got replaced by landmines. They're not very practical, seeing as they're effectively a lower range version of the same thing. Also, the other ones were taking too long, so I sped up the game a lot. This might end in all of them being lost, simply because I am not going to be as fast as the computer. It somehow ended up being oddly even to them. So yeah, first things first with these guys is usually going to be to get an armory up.
May I assist? Brilliant.
And then just try and get amphibious tanks. They are fairly broken because of an insta-kill ability that they have. So that's usually very good for rushing, seeing as any actual military somebody has right away can just be eliminated in one shot. They become less practical later on, but to start with, they're pretty good.
May I?
So yeah, they're mostly the same, as mentioned. They will have some new units. Basically, their medics from the Imperial Age are now actual medics. They're... Well, I'll go over all of them once it's over here, but their main raiding units, which were knights, now got replaced by the commando, which is basically a guy that can run very fast and be invisible. Also, not quite sure why it's lagging, but I assume the recording thing doesn't like shadows, so I will just go ahead and, well, as soon as it's done, seeing as the graphics quality comes out crappy anyway. Let's do this.
Go.
Oh, that just looks strange. Interesting. Okay. So for whatever reason, now won't let me set it back unless I go to the front menu. So I guess it'll be from this perspective.
Mining camp complete. May I assist? Go.
This is probably a good example of the camera being far too friggin' zoomed in this game. Now what I just remembered is this is World War I, so they won't have amphibious tanks yet. Great. But they should have everything else.
May I assist? Tank factory May I assist? Complete. To right.
Alright, so yeah. Tommies are pretty basic soldiers. Medics revive and change units to your side. They can revive enemies and bring them to your side. And commandos are stealth units that can attack very quickly. The APC is a transport vehicle. I'm just going to make one to kind of show it off. But they're not very good. I think I've seen them used once for raiding, but that's a pretty unlikely scenario.
Not enough gold.
And you just have an anti-tank gun, an anti-air gun, and a howitzer. These pretty much do what they are expected to do. That's England's thing in this game. Everything does what you expect it to do, and that's about it. They get roughly the same bonuses as before, except now they get a thing that increases everyone's speed and aircraft firepower. And I apologize, I don't know why it's lagging. Suppose I should fix that. Alright, fixed it. Looks like it was simply due to a bit of an issue that was going on with the game trying to think a bit too quickly.
Who needs help?
Go. Airport complete.
So as you can see, the anti-tank gun does not anti-tank very well. But I will be making a bunch of them because they fire very quickly.
May I? Airport complete. May I assist?
So yeah, it looks like the main issue with this lag here is going to be that I set it to very fast and the game does not like it. Doesn't like to think. Alright, so for now, just have these typical World War I planes. Not much to say about them.
Mining comp complete.
But relatively soon, should be getting to World War II. And from there, should be able to get amphibious tanks and plane drops. Or drop planes, what am I saying? What they do is exactly what it sounds like. They just go and they drop units somewhere. They can only be used once, but that's all you really need. They drop 7 soldiers. The US actually have the same thing, except they drop either tanks or howitzers, for some reason or other. Anyways, can load these guys into the APCs. That will not increase their attack in any way, but I guess they can get places faster. Good thing about commandos is unless there are towers around, they can just raid anything.
Population limit has been reached.
To right.
Population limit has been reached.
To right. Brilliant. Brilliant.
Population limit has been reached.
Brilliant.
So don't really need towers against computers. These guys are gonna go and chop more trees.
We're under attack.
Factory complete.
We're under attack.
Factory complete. Go. 2 rocks. 2 rocks.
We're under attack.
There we go, that's good.
We're under attack.
So yeah, like I said, they play mostly the same. One thing they do get in World War II, which is very good,
Belt up.
is an ability in the museum which gives everything extra life. Plus, they get a new thing at the armory here, which is a toughness bonus, making these guys potentially tougher than some of the tanks. Just if you use everything on them.
Brilliant. 2 rocks. Brilliant.
Something else they can do, the British bombers will actually break any mineral sites that they happen to hit while bombing. So, for example, like if they had a bunch of guys mining over here and dropped a bomb here, that would have to be dug out before it could be used again. It's pretty good for
Our civilization
stopping
has advanced
things
to the next age.
from happening for a little while, so if you really want to cripple someone's economy for a little bit, that's good. So, this guy's doing fairly average. You can see actually that's what happened here. That has to be mined out a bit. Just to be annoying. Gonna blow it up again. Come on, blow up. There we go. Now it's back up to 300. So that ought to mess with their economy for a while. Also now, available is Trafalgar Square. It allows for everything to be seen on the map at all times. It's semi-useful. So need a hell of a lot more guns. Guns are always good. And I'm sending 2 over there just so in case one dies for whatever reason, the other one can take over. Something else to note, these guys, attack 18, life 700.